Hey, this is Rob Barrett from Cannibal Corpse, and I want you to put your horns up.
We're in New York City for the 2012 Summer Slaughter Tour. I'm here with Rob from Cannibal Corpse. How are you, man?
Good, man. Everything's going good. How are you?
I'm good, you know, like it's always good to have the masses, especially like representing our type of music, our style of music. It's probably not the most popular for other people, but for us, we love this.
Oh, yeah. We're all about this kind of music. We've been doing it long enough, so we're still going strong, which is awesome.
Since you brought that up, what keeps Cannibal going on for all these years, especially strong? Because Torture recently came out. It is not like you guys ever took a step back. If anything, you're progressing all the time and always keeping your signature sound.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this since we were teenage kids, you know, and we're just lucky enough to be able to have a strong enough following for us to keep doing this into our 40s. So we're very lucky. We appreciate all the support from the fans, and you know, we're definitely going to keep going for a while. No signs of stopping yet. So yeah, we're really happy with the way things are going right now.
How's been the response of the public when you're playing the new songs, you know, especially in a live setting? Because I know, of course, you have banging songs on the record, but when you play them live, is really when those songs represent what you guys are.
Yeah, we're really happy with the newer stuff. The chemistry in the band, like the whole writing process, has come to a point where we're just at our peak. We feel like we're at our peak writing process phase, you know. And when we do a headlining set, not on a tour like this, we're only doing 60 minutes on a tour like this because there's 10 bands, you know. But doing our own 80-minute headlining set, we do half of the new Torture album. So that's how confident we are in the new stuff. And there's some really strong songs on there that we're playing live. We did a video for Encased in Concrete. Scourge of Iron is a really popular song off of the new album. And I think Alex is going to fly over to Europe to accept an award possibly for it. If it wins like Best Song, I think it's up for Best Song over there through something. So yeah, it's a good feeling knowing that we're not regressing at this point. We're just getting more successful. So that's great.
Right, and as you said, so many years doing it and doing it the right way, because, you know, and you personally probably have seen a lot of bands that you toured with, let's say 10 years back, that are not doing much anymore. And I think one of the reasons is because they lack the perseverance that you guys have always had, that unity that Cannibal Corpse represents both on stage and obviously the fans off stage.
Absolutely, we're all about it, the integrity of the band, and you know, staying true to the blueprint of what we wanted to do from the beginning. And I think we've stayed true to that. And yeah, some bands, they do kind of fall off the main idea of where they were trying to go towards, and then they change a little bit. And I think we're a dependable band when it comes to, you know, I'm not comparing us to AC/DC or anything, but they've had a solid career all the way. You know, like, you know what you're going to expect from a band like that. And we're successful in doing that with our hardcore following. We're not alienating anybody by drastically changing our style. We're just adding more to it and keeping it in the same style over 20 years. That's, you know, a pretty hard thing to do for some bands, and we're doing all right.
And you've also been ambassadors to death metal genre, and I would say heavy metal in general. You know, proof of that is the Summer Slaughter Tour. They wouldn't ask you guys to come and headline it if it wasn't because you guys can really kind of grab every band and be like, all right, levitate them in a way, you know, help each other out. Yeah,
there's a lot of different styles of bands on this tour, and I'm glad that they wanted us to represent like just the classic death metal style. There's a lot of progressive metal on this tour, and it seems like each band is gaining new fans from the other band's fans. So it's working out.
And from those bands, is there anybody you've seen, like, if you had time to see a few sets that you were like, oh, those guys, maybe we'll bring them back on the road one day or anything like that?
Yeah, well, we've known most of the at least half of the bands from, you know, doing tours or shows with them in the past. Goat Whore, we've done plenty of stuff with. Exhumed, you know, we've toured with them over the years. And then there's Job for a Cowboy, we've done some stuff with them. And then the Faceless, we did shows with them in Japan and on the Metal Blade tour with Black Dahlia, but the 25th anniversary Metal Blade tour. So yeah, we've known a lot of these guys for a while. I'm just now meeting some of the other ones, the younger bands, but everybody gets along good, so it's awesome.
It's very important for the scene, as you know. It's always in a change mode. It's never, you know this, especially like doing it for over 20 years. It's never been a constant thing. It's always changing, so you got to be ready for that change.
Yeah, and for us, you know, we just feel very fortunate to be able to be a vital band in this day and age, because we haven't really changed much. We've just progressed in the style that we set, and to be able to tour with, you know, progressive bands and just a totally different form of metal, it shows that we have versatility too.
And for any young cats watching who are, you know, maybe starting to pick up an instrument, want to form a band, what advice do you have for them? Maybe not necessarily a recipe for success, but kind of like, what should they do?
Yeah, just practice a lot and stay out of trouble. You know, a lot of good musicians end up, you know, going down the wrong path, and then you never hear from them again, and it's kind of sad. But yeah, just practice a lot and try and stay original. You know, don't clone another band's style, and you got a good chance if you stand out, because there's so many bands now. I wish you luck.
Definitely. Before we get out of here, any CDs, any crowds that stand out so far at the Summer Slaughter tour?
Well, it's all been good for the most part. Any standout shows for me would be the LA show was the first show of the tour, which was cool, and you know, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
All right, Rob, I want to thank you, man, for all the years of carrying the torch of metal, and you know, for the chance to having us talk with you. And for anybody watching, Torture is out right now by Metal Bay Records. Make sure you check it out. It's of course Cannibal Corpse. You can't go wrong with it. Thank you, man.
Yeah, and you'll see us on the road somewhere eventually, because we're out all the time.
Coming for you.